It makes me really angry. It makes me really, really angry, yeah. Because they must have assumed that he didn't speak English or something. I don't know. I just don't think that's normal behaviour.
There are certain assumptions, particularly regarding people's race, that means that they're not given the same humanity as other people.
In 2013, Sonny Tran Bui, known to family as Bobo, entered a New South Wales prison. 10 days later, he was dead. He was 33 years old. CCTV footage captured the last harrowing hours of his life. But as much as a picture tells 1,000 words, it too can elicit just as many questions. And there are questions around the death of Bobo Bui.
What were you told had happened?
That he had been arrested, that he was being held in a cell, and when he was in that cell, he had suffered a ruptured ulcer and had passed away from it. And that was pretty much it.
And at what point did questions start to arise for you?
I think when I read Farrell's reports, that's like internal investigations, there were some funny things that came up. I think I realised that there was video camera footage involved.
On the evening of November 23, 2013, Bobo was placed in a medical observation cell. Medical obs cells are for at-risk inmates prone to self-harm or health issues. They're monitored by CCTV cameras.
I had people telling me, it's traumatic, and I said, yes, but it's still my decision. Please allow me to watch it. It felt like at every turn there was a block, something blocking us, and it was very hard to push through that. Yeah. Far out. And so when you watch it, I was so disappointed in myself that I had almost believed the way the brief had been presented.
In the days prior to his death, Bobo had complained of mid-thoracic back pain, goosebumps, shivers and vomiting. He had a long history of drug abuse, and nurses determined he was detoxing. We now know he was suffering from something far more serious.
This young man presented with some signs and symptoms which were very typical of quite severe ulcer disease. And these were not diagnosed, and these were not picked up.
Between the hours of 7 and 9:30 p.m, Bobo tries to rest but can't. Around 9:30 p.m, he appears to be in severe discomfort and attempts to use the toilet but collapses. At 9:47 p.m, his cellmate calls for assistance, seen here pressing what's commonly known as a knock-up button. At 9:52 p.m, 2 correctional officers are seen outside the cell. From the footage, they don't appear to speak to Bobo, who is crouching. They speak only to his cellmate, whose English is broken, and who, according to their later testimony, tells them Bobo wants food. The entire interaction lasts less than 60 seconds. The officers leave, and they don't return again.
To see someone in such incredible pain, and to know what the outcome was, and to know that he wasn't given pain relief, is to me harrowing. This is a patient clearly in extreme discomfort. He's obviously sweating, and that's why he's drying off his face. Now he's leaning forward in a position which, if someone had been looking at the CCTV footage, even in the most cursory way, even someone with absolutely no medical knowledge whatsoever, you have to see that this is someone who is in trouble.
We now know that minutes before the officers were called, Bobo suffered a burst ulcer. By the time the officers arrived, he would have been in excruciating pain.
Patients who present with peritonism or acute peritonitis due to perforation are in unbelievable pain. You can virtually not touch their abdomens.
Bobo is left to pace, crouch and writhe in his cell for the next 8 hours. By the following morning, his condition had worsened. He appears to convulse and slide off his bed. He's on the ground for a minute before his body appears to spasm again. It's only then that health staff enter the cell.
You just feel sick to your stomach. It twists and it turns, and you got to be strong. I mean, we weren't even the ones suffering the pain. We just have to watch someone suffer it.
Here, what is captured on CCTV cameras raises serious questions about the conduct of correctional officers. At 7 a.m, a wheelchair is brought to the cell. and officers are seen misusing it. Meanwhile, on the other side of the wall, a man is dying.
It's callous. They don't understand the seriousness of the situation. They're not comprehending that. They don't understand how important their job is.
Inside the cell, officers and health staff appear relaxed, even jovial. One officer is seen shimmying about. Meanwhile, Bobo's condition deteriorates further. The cell is cleared and CPR is performed. After almost 2 hours of assessing him, health staff take Bobo to a nearby hospital. He's pronounced dead at 3:46 p.m. In his submission to the coroner, court-appointed medical expert Dr. Christopher Vickers writes,
I do not think that any other action by Justice Health could have prevented
Mr. Tranbui's death. What do you make of that?
Respectfully, I do have to disagree with that comment.
Family-appointed medical expert Dr. Johan van den Bogaarde also gave evidence at the coronial inquest into Bobo's death. He believes Dr. Vickers is wrong.
A diagnosis was made here of drug withdrawal, which was the wrong diagnosis, and no doctor examined the patient. I believe that if a doctor had examined the patient, if a proper clinical history had been taken by a qualified doctor, and an abdominal examination had taken place, the diagnosis would have been made.
Do you think that he could have been saved?
Absolutely. If that diagnosis had been made and the patient had immediately gone to hospital and been operated, he would still be alive today. There is no doubt in my mind about that.
Dr. Vickers declined to be interviewed for this story. There are so many questions here. Was anyone monitoring the CCTV vision that night? And if so, why didn't they respond? Why was Bobo not examined by a doctor in the days prior to his death? Why did the two correctional officers called to his cell that night not attempt to speak to him, despite him being hunched over? The feed reached out to New South Wales Corrective Services, but they declined to comment while the coronial inquest was underway.
Do you think any kind of racial stereotyping played a part here?
I hate to say it, but yeah, definitely.
This is a transcript of a recorded interview between the Corrective Services investigator and one of the correctional officers on duty that night.
Did he intimate anything? Did he try and speak to you in any way?
No, not at all.
And you say he was crouched down in a cell.
Yeah?
In your experience, is that a normal procedure for inmates? And you both agree? They were both Asian.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Do they normally sit like that?
Crouched down? Yeah, crouched down on their haunches. I see them quite a bit.
That just sounds to me perhaps as something that I would prefer not to say.
Why not?
It sounds a bit racist, doesn't it? I don't think that's a position or an action that is specifically taken by Asian patients. I believe that's a position taken by patients in severe pain.
He was on his haunches because he couldn't walk, because he was trying to alleviate pain for himself. If it was a Caucasian person crouching on their haunches, would that have rung alarm bells? Probably. You could see in the inquest, for example, one of the nurses, when they tried to imitate what my brother would have said at the time about, you know, his back hurting or his stomach hurting, she put on an Asian accent. I mean, I looked at my brother and was like, is this for real? We've been educated in Australia. He certainly does not have that accent.
There are certain assumptions, particularly regarding people's race, that means that they're not given the same humanity as other people.
Dr. Talia Anthony is a criminal justice expert whose research focuses on cultural issues around deaths in custody.
There's been a number of royal commissions now that have looked at the racism in prisons and in police custody. We can see that racism around whether it be Aboriginality or another ethnicity means that when they have health concerns, they're not properly addressed.
Bobo was the son of Vietnamese immigrants who came to Australia from war-torn Vietnam in the early 1980s. He was the eldest of 7 children.
The first one is the one I care most. I pay most attention.
But it wasn't enough to stop him falling in with the wrong crowd after high school. More than a decade of drug addiction and petty crime followed.
If it hadn't been for the sister pushing this, it would all have been hunky-dory, brilliant. We've done our job. No fingers to be pointed. So the family member, by persistence and effort, has brought this to light.
The family becomes this external body that is the check on justice. And in reality, most families don't have the knowledge and resources to be that check.
I kept following up all the details because I just thought, I better read this. Our dad did not send us to university, and for us to be lazy about these things that are most important to the family. What I want to get out of all this is that one day they will Google, coronial inquest and their father's name, and I want them to read it and not feel ashamed or not, or not feel that they are allowed to give up.
Oh, who's this?
Supergirl.
Yeah, I miss him a lot. When the day after the day he died, every morning I heard the knock the door, and I heard the voice, "Daddy, open my door. I come to drink coffee with you." For a couple of months, I thought dreaming, but it's real. You see, this is incredible.
The circumstances surrounding Bobo's death are currently before the coroner. His family has waited almost 5 years for answers, but for Anne, it's just as much about the questions. She wants his kids to know their father's death didn't go unnoticed, that someone cared.
I don't want there to be any shame for his children when they grow up, They're going to want to know what happened to him. And I want them to know that we've done everything we can to make sure we find that out. We owe it to him and we owe it to his kids.